Baltic Applied Theatre School is initiated by Artscape, funded by the Resilience Program of the German Embassy, British Council and Lithuanian Council of Culture. It's a vocational training course happening in all 3 Baltic states, so in Lithuania, Latvia and Estonia. It brings together people in this field of applied theatre which didn't have this structural or institutional support beforehand, and that they could meet like-minded people who are all interested in this kind of socially engaged practice. These events we are offering, they can share their skills, they can exchange information, exchange projects, even funding-wise. They're starting collaborating with each other, something what couldn't have happened before because they didn't even know about each other. So I think like this is kind of special that we found a platform where these people can meet and talk about this very new term even here in the Baltics and really develop it together as the Baltic network. During this last program year, around 40 students were engaged in all the activities, roughly 12 from each country. The program consisted of 3 workshops from already very experienced applied theatre practitioners. So one was by Nazha Harb from Lebanon, one Mayo from the UK, and the last one Tara Hawk from Germany. Due to Corona, just 2 of them happened, so we had to put one workshop online.
I am director and I'm teaching them how to act.
The workshop I'm giving in these 3 Baltic countries is called Theatre for Development in Prison Contexts. And in those 2.5 days for each workshop, I train participants who are interested in becoming applied theatre practitioners or simply interested in knowing about this field, how to use theatre as a tool for development and reflection. Working in prisons with a vulnerable group and a vulnerable environment poses constantly challenges to the practitioner, especially ethically. So that workshop also dealt with this ethical role of a facilitator and what are the challenges and how to navigate through them. And also it emphasized the clear but fragile line between drama therapy and applied theater, and what trainings, separate trainings, you need to have for both domains. The workshops gave the participants an opportunity to actively participate and experience those exercises and games. And by actively participating in them, you get a sense of how it feels like to be a participant. And we also reflected deeply on the uses and benefits and purposes for these exercises. So this will help them to adapt those exercises in various communities and in their own practice. So those skills that they got from the workshop will also be like a broader way to play with the exercises in different communities. And just observe the third person.
During summer, we could invite all the students to one camp together. So this was the Baltic Applied Theatre Summer School. This was in August. And in this one, each student created their own workshop and invited the other students to take part. So we had workshops in stage fighting, we had workshops in contemporary dance for non-dancers. We had reflection on dramaturgy in applied theatre projects. So they are very different angles, and it was a big skill sharing event for all the students.
I think it's for us as facilitators, as artists, as producers, it's important to see what has been done in other countries, how we can do it better, and maybe how we can co-create something together in aim to help our communities to develop themselves better and to create more interesting projects.
an opportunity to meet all three Baltic states, partners from Latvia and partners from Estonia, gave a great chance to meet people in person and to get to know the experiences and practices which they have been developing within the period of time, and also share those insights which may be not that easy to share on Zoom or in the chats, because we do that. But meeting them all together here in the summer camp and having the time and space specifically for us just to evaluate, rethink, and think about the future projects was a brilliant. It is important to collaborate for three Baltic states, because when you go abroad, you do have this historical memory. People, when they ask where you're from, and you say from Lithuania, Latvia, or Estonia, they do unite somehow in one group of the countries. So these three countries, they work as a one state in some kind of meta level. Also, talking about the applied theater, it is this practice which do actually can work in this mentality of Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia, because we do have probably more similarities than misunderstandings.
The students were asked to come up with a community project idea, and all countries, students also did a community project in different fields. So in Lithuania we had two projects. One was still during Corona, tackling the issue of loneliness with old people, and one was in Pabradė and with the multi-ethnic community living there.
Su taikomoju teatru apskritai yra toks magiškas dalykas ir magiška taisyklė, kad tu negali ateiti su išankstiniu nusistatymu, kad aš noriu kurti Hamletą, statyti Šekspyro pjesę arba kalbėti apie vienas ar kitas temas, o šitas nuostabus taikomojo teatro metodikos dalykas yra, kad tu bandai suprasti, ko jiem reikia ir kas jiem yra skaudu ir kas jiem įdomu. Tai tą ir bandėm atrasti kažkaip. Tai buvo labai įvairių nuo 13 metų mergaitės Erikos Papradiškės iki kultūros darbuotojų ir menininkų ir statybininkų, labai įvairių žmonių. Rezultatas, sakyčiau, kad yra toks interaktyvus žaidimas turo principų aplink Pabradė. Jis yra pasiekiamas bet kuriuo paros metu, bet kokią dieną. Jam nereikia nei aktorių, nei vedėjų, jokio papildomo žmogaus. Tai gali būti itin karantininis kūrinys tuo pačiu, nes jį gali eiti ir vienas žmogus, ir dviese, ir šeimyna, ir 10 žmonių grupė. Tai toksai gido turas aplink Pabradė su įvairiomis istorijomis, interaktyviais žaidimais, paslaptim ir užduotim.
Šitą komandą iškapstė labai daug istorinių dalykų, kurių kai kurie net nežinojo. Aš tarkim pati kai kurios dalykus šitų susitikimų metu sužinojau pirmą kartą. Kitas dalykas, kad susitikimų metu sukurta aplinka buvo labai šilta ir leidžianti pažinti žmonės truputėlį iš kitos prizmės. Pabendraut, pabūt, pasigilint, artimiau pažint. Tai ir labai svarbu dėl to, kad jaunimas pažintų istoriją, dėl to, kad šitie jauni žmonės priartino daugelį iš mūsų, netgi mane, prie meno, kitokių sričių, ne tik tai renginių organizavimo, bet visai kitų formų ir labai daug nustebino.